Well, of course I remember Noah, Oswald burst out excitedly. Noah who? Nicholas sighed with all the patience of a holy martyr. You remember how in the Bible we are told that God sent rain for 40 days and 40 nights and the whole world was drowned except Noah who built an ark? That's to say a boat. And he floated to safety and started up the human race all over again after the flood dried up. Is it rain then? Are we all to be drowned? Me and you and little Allison and the cat? All and all, said Nicholas in sepulchral tones, unless. He told the carpenter to fetch 3 big watertight barrels and to hang them up among the roof beams of the house by stout hemp ropes, a barrel for each of them. When the rain comes, the flood will rise and rise until it sets the barrels afloat. Then, at a given signal, we shall cut the ropes and float away on the tide. Take a bite of bread and cheese up there with you. We may be floating about for some time before God ends flood. Calling down blessings from heaven on Nicholas, the carpenter hung the 3 barrels on the roof, climbed into one, and sat waiting for the flood. When after an hour or so, it got boring waiting for the flood, he dozed off and dreamt he was ruling the empty world and Allison on one side of his throne and Nicholas on the other. So this is what he's dreaming of right now. This is what Oswald the carpenter is dreaming. Down below, Nicholas and Allison fell into each other's arms in fits of helpless, silent laughter. So they're literally together laughing about it while this man is freaked out about the flood. They sat on the settle and held hands and kissed and carried on until the darkest hours of the night when the whole town was asleep. A sudden soft tapping on the shutters made them both sit up with a start. It is followed by a quiet, high-pitched coo. Allison, it's me. It's Absalom. Allison, sugar pie, honeybee, baby bubbles, chickadee. Give me a kiss, won't you? Everyone's asleep but you and me. Even the moon's hiding itself tonight. Now we can steal a kiss, can't we? Remember, Absalom is the one that is like obsessed with her, but she doesn't like him. Allison clapped her hand over her mouth, then whispered, What shall I do, Nicholas? He'll wake Oswald. Sure enough, a blurry voice from overhead said, Has the flood came? Is it time yet? No, dear, go back to sleep, called Allison, and soon snores were rending the rafters like a bow song. But still, Absalom was at the window. What shall I do? Hissed Allison. I suppose he must have his kiss, said Nicholas, rising from the settle. The window was high up, higher than a man's head. In a voice as high as a filleted cod, Nicholas whispered through the shutter. Dearest boy, how I've longed for this moment, but close your eyes. It's not fitting that a woman should be seen in her night clothes, even on the darkest of nights, and even by one she loves so dearly. So that's Nicholas pretending to be Allison. And he leaned out of the window to plant a kiss on Absalom's waiting lips. Oh my goodness, Nicholas just kissed this guy. Allison burst into such a fit of giggles that she had to stuff her apron into her mouth, and still the laughter snorted and snuffled in her nose. Down in the street, Absalom heard the giggle, felt the Nicholas beard tickle his chin, and guessed at the truth. He danced down the road with such a heat of, oh my goodness, y'all, what is about to happen? First, go answer your next question. So you tell me about what just happened.